Max, will Rodgers win another Super Bowl with the Packers?
At this moment, I think the answer is yes. I'm going to say he will. And the Krause comparison, obviously, look, Krause said it's time to move on. Probably a little early, right? We'll never know, but probably early. And also here, Gutekunst moved on early because he moves up to take a quarterback, Rodgers' successor. Obviously, they don't believe in the guy. They wouldn't be making Rodgers the offer, the highest guaranteed offer ever. And Rodgers showed it looked like maybe he's in decline. Nope, he's as good as he's ever been. And so he's as good as he's ever been. And the Packers are as good as they've ever been. And the Packers have won a Super Bowl in the past. And by the way, look at the results before Rodgers even knew the system. Before he knew the system, they went to the NFC Championship game, won 13 games, beat Russell Wilson, right, in the playoffs. And then last year had a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Also in the NFC Championship game, also a 13-win team. Rodgers wins MVP, 48 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So if he remains on the Packers, and at this moment, I'm leaning towards, I think in the end he will. Year in and year out, see how the Chiefs are always favored to get to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl because they have Mahomes and a good team?
Yep.
If you have Aaron Rodgers on a really good team, which the Packers are, every year they're going to be among the favorites to win the Super Bowl. And if he's there for another 4 years, let's say, one of those times he's going to hit it. It's bites at the apple. They get one every year because of Rodgers and a very good team. I'm going to say yes.
Max, you know we are on the same page when it comes to Aaron Rodgers' best chance to win a championship still being in Green Bay. But that being said, I don't think he's going to win another one. I don't. I mean, when you look at the NFC right now, they have the 4 shortest odds to be able to make it to the Super Bowl behind teams like the Bucs, behind teams like the 49ers, behind the Los Angeles Rams. And I'm not sitting there saying that it's impossible, but I just don't see it happening with this current team. I just don't. When you look at Green Bay, they continue to lose pieces on that offense. That offensive line lost another big piece this year in free agency in Corey Linsley. The year before that, they lost Brian Bulaga. Your quarterback needs those guys in order to have success at the highest level. At some point, that ends up catching up to you. The other thing that I'm concerned with a little bit with the Green Bay Packers is their salary cap situation. Because guess what? This Aaron Rodgers thing doesn't get fixed with him coming back to Green Bay unless they address the contract. That's not going to create a whole lot more cap room for the Packers in future years. So that has to be a concern because you got to continue to add talent to this roster. And those other teams, they're not going to have the cap constraints that the Packers will over the course of the next 3 or 4 seasons. So while I hear what you're saying about where the Packers are at right now and how close they are, I still don't see them being able to get past teams like the Buccaneers with Tom Brady and like the LA Rams with Matt Stafford. I don't see it.
I actually see this is where we part ways. Yes, they have a cap issue, right? Like, we're going to get into Julio Jones in a little while, and neither one of us are going to say the Packers should trade for Julio Jones because we know they can't, right? They're capped out. And this also shows you why Aaron Rodgers is so upset when the Packers, who've done a very good job in recent years, creating a good balanced team, both sides of the ball, through the draft, right? Why he's like, Dan Orlovsky tweeted it, 10 years in a row, the first-round pick is spent on a defensive player, except the 1 year you spent it on an offensive player you traded up to take my replacement. They're going to have to find talent on the offensive side of the ball through the draft. But here it is. If Rodgers is still on the Packers and he takes the deal they're offering, oh, believe me, that's going to come with an understanding, yeah, Aaron, we want to hear your input. Doesn't mean that he gets to decide everything, but he's going to have input. Watch what happens in the draft the next time they need an offensive player. If they don't win the Super Bowl this upcoming year with Aaron Rodgers, right? Watch to see if they take an offensive or a defensive player in the first round if Rodgers signs that deal. My money's on offensive player. And by the way, if he returns to the Packers, they have a hell of a shot to win the Super Bowl this year. This year they could win the Super Bowl. I know that the Bucs are returning the whole team. That Bucs team, they were this much better than the Packers team last year. They were a little bit better than the Packers team last year. Something breaks this way, something breaks that way, the Packers win, right? And that could easily happen right now.
They scored the most points per game last year in top 10 defense also.
They're a good balanced team. I mean, Chris, you said that.
They're a solid team. I don't think this defense was as good as the defense that Aaron Rodgers had when they won a championship the first time around.
Right.
That's a different animal. But in terms of where this Packers organization is philosophically, they're going to have to make some serious concessions in order to bring Aaron Rodgers back. And I think a big part of that is the contract. But I'm not on board with the general manager actually allowing Aaron Rodgers to have input in terms of how they're going to shape this team. And that's a big problem for me when you have that kind of discord with the quarterback not trusting what the front office is going to do and not trusting the personnel that the front office tries to surround him with. That's the genesis of this disagreement that the two are having. And I don't know how you compete at a championship level when you have that kind of dysfunction within your team.
Well, one of the problems with the Packers has been low these many years, right? That in a salary cap league, a hard cap, you have to know how to allocate resources. Why is everyone so big on the rookie contract for the quarterback? It gives you more money to spend in other places. When Aaron Rodgers is sucking up a lot of the cap, then you have to look, okay, where can we spend money and resources, right? And
it shouldn't be on backup quarterback.
No, it shouldn't. Yeah. That was a mistake, given how Rodgers looks now, right? That was a blunder. But the fact is, since you have Rodgers, that allows you to not draft a guy in the first round. You can spend that on the defense. You can have a well-balanced team because you have this incredible quarterback. This is my big argument against Carson Wentz after his big deal. Well, they don't have this, they don't have that. You're getting all that money to compensate for a lot of that. Rodgers does. Now, to put this team over the top, maybe they need a little more depth at wide receiver. And what I'm telling you is, if he signs the deal, oh, believe me, he's going to have a say in that. They'll wind up drafting a receiver. Yeah. I think he stays.
And you had them in the Super Bowl. We picked it.
Yep.
We picked it yesterday, and you had Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm not betting against Tom Brady. I keep saying that. I don't know why Matt keeps
I've gone broke.
Tom Brady.
I've gone broke. 7 times betting against Tom Brady.
The guy's only been in the conference championship 9 of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're going to learn your lesson.
Is that a lot? Is 9 out of 10 a lot? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.